escape my love.
Enrique Iglesias and Escape. It is nearly 4:30 and it's Friday. So we're going to do what we always do on Friday. We're going to chat some football with Friday's Football Focus. And a guest in the studio, as always. Mickey Duke's here. Mickey, hello. How are you, sir?
Fine.
Good.
Always
Had a good
pleasure.
week. Oh, it is always a pleasure. Last week we had vice captain. We've stepped it up one today by having El Capitano himself. The captain is here. Facu Valiente. Mucho gusto. How are you, sir?
Hello.
Yeah, that's good. That's good enough. Footballers, we should probably give them some more press training, shouldn't we? Sometimes when a microphone is put in your face, you don't know what to say. So that's good. But we will be chatting with Facu about being the captain and what the job of the captain is, because we spoke to the vice captain, and it slightly differs when you're not the captain. Also, we're going to ask him the question, which position is easiest on the pitch? We'll do that a little bit later. First of all, though, Mickey, we'll talk about the last couple of results. Now, I was at the last home game, which was not last week, the week before, against Herbania, which I actually thought was end-to-end great entertainment. Just talk us through last week's game.
Yeah, well, talking about that one versus Urbania, I think it was a really funny game. I mean, probably no team deserved to lose because they both attacked a lot the whole time, searching the goal, and that was a 2-2 draw.
Yeah,
and I think it was quite fair. And that came after winning away in Lanzarote. So it wasn't bad. Despite of we knew what was coming, or more or less what was coming the week after. And then what happened last weekend was our biggest defeat of the season. We lost 6-0 in Las Palmas against the leader and the best team of the competition.
Las Palmas and they are the best. They are literally running away with it now. So they played 24. They're on 55 points. Their goal difference is 37, which is really quite something. Last 5, they only lost 1 in their last 5. So Las Palmas are top of the league for a reason. And it was a 6-0 loss, which is probably the biggest loss you've had this season.
Yeah. By the way, they only have lost once a couple of weeks ago in the whole season, and it was 1-0 and from a penalty kick.
Oh, really? Okay.
So, from versus Mensajero.
Yeah.
So but the thing is, when we play against them here at home, it was a draw 1-1. It was a really equalized game. And also because we are one of the best teams talking about the defense. So we never concede more than 2 goals. So it was a surprise that amount of goals conceded in the
6 is a lot considering. As you say, great defense with the defense that you've got, and great goalkeeper. It is a shock. So 2 from Martinez, 2 from there, and Santana scored, and Valentin. But it looks like it wasn't all, together in a very short space of time. It looked like quite an even time between the. But as you say, expected with the top of the league. 116, drawn 7, lost 1. Goals for 49. I mean, they scored 49 goals so far. It's just incredible. Although Marino, very respectable, 33 goals for. It's not a bad stat at all, to be perfectly honest with you. So we'll chalk that one off as the top of the league doing what the top of the league do. Let's go on to what we are going to be doing this Sunday and playing against
the second.
They're playing against the second. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, but I don't know. Because it's one of those. How do you pronounce it? Tamarsiete. Tamarsiete. Spanish is terrible. My goodness. Wow. And they're second place. But what are we expecting when they come to us?
Yeah, well, I think it's a quite different game because they are obviously a good team, but not that, let's say, unbeatable or that far better from the rest as Las Palmas. So I can't remember how was the score in their pitch, but well, anyway, I think especially after that hard defeat, we are looking for playing that game. So I think hopefully we can get a win. We need after
absolutely. But I think also sometimes when you lose by goals like that, you sort of rally and you say, we're not going to let that happen again. We're going out there. We're at our house. We're at our home. You know, it's our pitch. And you go out there and you play a little bit more. And also, I remember having a conversation that CD Marino is only 2 pitches that are real grass, which I think can sometimes be an advantage, though, for all the many teams who play on 5G pitches, artificial pitches, to come to a grass pitch is slightly different.
The other one is Ibarra, and we have already played versus them. It was a 1-1. I think a draw, 1-1.
Draw 1-1, yeah, 1-1, yeah. I think I was that one? I can't remember. So we're playing second place, but I'm looking at their figures as well. 114 lost, drawn 6, lost 4. So they've only lost 2 less. So they're not, again, running away with it like La Palma. So I think they're very middle team that can be beaten, which I'm hoping we will. And I'll be there. And we were saying, Miki reminded me before we came on there, the first home game I ever went to, we lost. The second game I ever went to, we drew. And I'm now on my 3rd visit this weekend. So I'm hoping, we'll just keep climbing. We'll exactly. Go from a loss to a draw to a win.
And also the second game was much funnier than the first. The first was sad. Game, cold game.
It was. And actually, we'll go back to the game that I was at the week before last. It was very exciting. There were some great tackles put in. There was some really good football. But, penalties and penalties saved is the important thing as well. It was really, really exciting football, which I absolutely appreciated. I drank a couple of beers in the sunshine and I enjoyed a great game of football. Right. So as always, I'll say to you, if you want to go, and actually I met lots of English fans at CD Marino, all wearing CD Marino shirts. It's amazing how football brings people together when you're sitting in the cafe and you're talking to people, or you overhear someone saying something and you sort of join in. It's a real family atmosphere at Marino. It's really, really great. €7 for a ticket.
8
euros for a ticket. All right, sorry. €8 for a ticket. Also, if you want to, there's always a raffle for €1. Really good prizes if you want. You don't have to, but the lady at the gate's very nice. And then it's €2 for a small beer. That's €10 well spent, if you ask me, for an afternoon of watching football. Local football as well. Support your local teams. So that is at 12 o'clock kickoff as well. Now then, we are in the company of the captain. I've given a salute there. You can't hear it on the radio, but if you're watching us on YouTube, I have to salute the captain. It's Facu Valiente. Tell us a little bit about yourself, how you started in football. And you can, of course, do that in Spanish because it's much easier for you to tell a story in Spanish. And Miki will translate for us. But tell us how you started in football.
¿Cómo empezaste en el fútbol y hasta un poco tu trayectoria?
Vale, mira.
Los inicios, sobre todo.
Empecé muy pequeño en Uruguay. Soy de Uruguay. 3 añitos, 4 añitos, con mi abuela llevándome a los campos de fútbol, ¿vale? Ya con 10 años vine para aquí. Mi primer equipo fue el Marino. Da la casualidad que estábamos en clase un día y un compañero me dijo que jugaba bien a fútbol, que por qué no lo intentaba con ellos. Fui a probar y le gusté mucho al entrenador, me acuerdo. Y hasta ahí empezó la historia en el club desde muy pequeñito. Fui ascendiendo de categoría. Benjamines, alevines, infantiles, cadetes, juveniles y bien, prácticamente casi toda mi vida ahí en el club.
So, first of all, he was born in Uruguay. So he started to play football when he was 3 or 4, as they used to do in the country, very, very, very little, very small. And then he came to Tenerife when he was 10. And then one day at the school, a mate asked him to come to the training of Marino. He did. Yeah. And then he liked the coach liked him a lot. And then he started at that time at 10 years old in Marino, and till now I think he was.
Estuve 2 años en Las Palmas, 2 años en Noruega también. Pero eso ya sí, antes, eso en el de mayor. Sí.
Okay, he was so he did all the base, let's say, in Marino, and then when he was maybe
Juvenil de primer año ya me fui para allá.
He was a couple of seasons in Las Palmas, maybe from 16 to 18. And after that, he was, I didn't know this, by the way, 2 seasons in Norway.
Oh, wow. Okay. Muy frío.
Mucho.
Especially for one who was born in Uruguay,
Uruguay,
and
yes.
been living
From
here.
in Tenerife, to Norway, which is the Arctic Circle, really, isn't it? Let's face it. Wow, and 2 in Norway. Yeah. Amazing.
¿Qué equipo era Noruega?
Era una ciudad que se llamaba Trysil, el equipo se llamaba Niversund.
Niversund.
Okay.
¿Qué categoría era?
Tercera división de allí, una cuarta categoría del país.
Okay,
Sí, como lo que era tercera antes de que se dividiera.
So the third division here.
Okay.
Ahora llega aquí, ¿no?
Sí.
He was a better pay there than here. That's why.
Yeah, but the weather's nicer here.
No, claro.
It's warmer for a start. But that's really interesting because I feel the Scandinavian and Northern European, it's a different type of football than perhaps in South America and in Spain and Italy.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
Sí, primero que nada me fui para allí con un sol de 30 grados y llegué al país con menos 20, 25 grados, nieve, hasta aquí no se podía entrenar en el campo, sino era como en polideportivo cerrado, mucho físico, me sorprendió mucho el fútbol, es muy físico, hay otro tipo de normas en el fútbol y están muy preparados físicamente, es increíble lo que ellos trabajan en el físico. Vamos, son atletas. Te hablo de ir a correr a montes, de ir a hacer pretemporadas en nieve corriendo montañas de kilómetros para arriba. Increíble, una experiencia brutal.
Brutal experience. I understood you.
Okay.
Encima, peor.
So he said he left Tenerife with 30 degrees and he came in Norway with minus 20.
That's a 50-degree difference.
Yeah, and then like a wall of snow till here.
Yeah,
and I say the football there is really physical. He gets surprised about how fit they are, how they are very strong, and they maybe in the pre-season they running around the mountains and really hard trainings. Sometimes training under roof. You know what I mean? Yeah, because maybe when there was too much snow, they couldn't
train outside. Yeah,
that's exactly. And it was these 2 seasons. It was in the meanwhile it was the COVID.
Okay, that's that year. Okay, yeah. But he's the physical side of it, as he rightly said, the very physical and the training that they're doing is, running around mountains and things, is high altitude training as well. So the difference in breathing and the difference in the size of the Norwegian. I mean, you got to look at Erling Haaland. The guy is strong. They're very strong. All of them Scandinavians actually quite strongly built. So their style of football is slightly different. And I feel the Spanish and European style is more about quick passing, whereas the Northern Europeans is more about keeping hold of the ball and going through and scoring that way.
Kick and rush.
Absolutely. Well, really interesting how Facu came up from 10 years old, a couple of seasons out in the cold, but then came back and is still with us and is now captain. I think deservedly captain for the dedication. So let's talk about, Facu, your job as the captain. Describe for us what your job is as the captain.
Bueno, básicamente cuando las cosas van bien disfrutamos todos, pero cuando hay malos momentos, como lo que creo que llevamos una temporada hasta ahora estupenda, menos los últimos 2 meses que se nos ha un poco, los resultados no se han dado, pues tienes que ser un poco más estrictos con los compañeros, hablar directamente con ellos, solucionar problemas, intentar ser un poco el mediador, también lidiar con el ejemplo, que es muy importante, y poco más. Es un grupo bastante bueno, la verdad, no hay muchos problemas, pero bueno, eso es un poco la labor del capitán dentro de los equipos, ayudar en lo máximo que se pueda a los compañeros, a los que vienen de abajo de la base también intentar echarles una mano y poco más.
So it says he has to be really responsible. He's the one who is between the coach and the rest of the mates. And in the bad times, let's say, as the last 2 months, more or less, he has to speak to them, to do his captain job, and also to help the youngs who are coming from the, let's say, the second team.
Mm-hmm.
And in the bad times, it's when he has to work more or to show more his captain role. But on the other hand, when it's a good time, he enjoys a lot of being the captain.
Yeah, absolutely. And how old are you?
28.
28. Are you one of the older, or are you one of the younger?
The middle.
The middle.
So he's one of the what I told you the last time about Alberto. He's one of the golden generation.
Ah, right. I heard, yes, from 19 the golden boys who came up through. But the reason why I ask is, how do your older colleagues feel about having a younger captain?
¿Cómo se toman los compañeros más veteranos que tú siendo capitán seas más joven?
No, tengo la facilidad que tengo varios amigos dentro del equipo y tienen mi edad, pero sí es verdad que hay gente mayor que también tienen mucha experiencia y hay que escucharlos, pero no es ningún problema para nadie y creo que están todos contentos hasta el momento y esa es la idea también, que sobre todo yo soy muy abierto, si alguien tiene algo que decir o lo que sea, prefiero que lo hablen sin ningún problema, que yo soy muy abierto y podemos dialogar de cualquier cosa y si es para ayudar y aportar, pues mejor que mejor.
So he's saying he's not a problem at all because he's really open-minded and he likes also to listen the oldest from the dressing room. And anyway, there is they have a good group. There is a good atmosphere, and so no problem at all. It's like a natural.
I can see that actually as they play, that there's a really good, the team chemistry, the team bond seems really good. The communication is good on the pitch as well. You can hear, the communication between people. So yeah, I can understand that completely. That when you're a leader, even despite the age, whatever age it is, people will look to you to lead. And also, if they are older, maybe offer some advice that you can take forward and things like that. I think it's important.
And I think also that's from me. He hasn't said that. Just I think he also helps his position on the pitch, which is in the middle.
Ah, okay.
The one who organizes.
Yes.
I think it helps.
Like a Jordan Henderson.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm a Liverpool fan, so you'll hear me referencing Liverpool as well.
Oh, well, he just said his idol is my favorite midfielder, by the way, ever, Steven Gerrard.
Yes. The man. The man. Captain Fantastic. El Capitano Fantastico. Yeah, 100%. Brilliant. Yes. Excellent, boys. I'm very happy now. You're in my group. So, going back to the position that Facu plays in, we have a question that we are asking every player what they think. And this came from a video by the England football team as a joke, really.
Yeah.
What is, in your opinion, the easiest position on the field?
Bueno, pues esto es una pregunta que le está haciendo a todos los que vienen, porque por lo visto en un video de la selección inglesa lo hicieron y como le gustó la idea. Les pregunta que cuál crees tú que es la posición más favorita, la posición más fácil en el fútbol. Por ejemplo,
Vale. Yo creo que es ser central y lateral. Central y lateral creo que es la posición más fácil porque ves el fútbol normalmente siempre de frente y tienes mucho espacio, tienes tiempo y al final es en el fútbol lo que hay en la zona del medio lo que menos tenemos. Los delanteros también siempre tienen a un central cerquita. Creo yo que es la más fácil, sí. Es más, yo he jugado de central y creo que es más fácil.
So he agree with, for example, Victor.
Yeah.
Also at the back, in central defender or left back or right back, because you can see the football in front of you. And he also says he has played sometimes as a back defender, and it's easier than play as the midfielder.
Yes, excellent. That is most of the, so if not all of them, I think have said from the back, seeing it from the back. I think everybody said that so far. We still need to ask Corba because he wasn't.
Well,
he
we got when Corba came,
that question didn't exist. Yeah, we need to ask him.
And then David, obviously the goalkeeper. And then we have Victor and then Alberto.
So Alberto, yeah. So far, but that's it. It shows. It shows a football.
Alberto was even more specific. Alberto dijo lateral izquierdo, porque como hay pocos zurdos.
Yes,
eso es lo más fácil para llegar a ser profesional, es lo que creo.
Sí, eso es lo que dice.
Yes, he was a very exacting answer, wasn't it? This is precisely what is happening. Excellent, thank you. I mean, so far, so good. Nobody said, I don't know,
a striker or
nobody said a substitute sitting on the bench, because that's quite an easy thing to do, isn't it? But nobody likes to be on the bench, obviously. Sometimes. Just a quick question back to you about you were talking about the teams and the second team, and we were discussing last time we were here about the cup, the Copa de Heliodromo, I think it is. Will he be captaining, or will he be having any decision making in any of the players coming from the B team in terms of a cup side, or is that just down to the coach?
Que si tú como que si tienes, digamos, algún, por así decirlo, algún poder, o si para la hora de la convocatoria del equipo, como que si opinas, si influye en decir, o eso es un entrenador.
No, esas decisiones las toma únicamente el entrenador. Si es verdad que él me puede preguntar sobre alguna duda y pedirme algún tipo de opinión, pero yo no entro para nada en esas decisiones.
So the coach is the only one who decided, but maybe sometimes he asks him for his opinion.
Okay, so that's good that there's an opinion asked for as well, because I guess in training you would be training with lots of members of the.
Claro, sí.
Yeah, so that would, yeah, excellent. Okay, that's good. Still in the cup?
Yeah, I think so.
No, en cuartos. Vamos ahora, sí.
Quarterfinal.
Sí. Vamos ahora el martes contra el Bahía Santiago de La Gomera.
Pero es la vuelta. Okay. Sí. And Tuesday is the second leg of the quarterfinal. But we won 1-3, no?
1-3.
1-3 so it's done. We are already in semi-final, let's say.
Wow, semi-final. And then the final is in Santa Cruz in the Heliodrome.
¿Qué equipos quedan? Así
si nosotros pasamos ahora, nos tocaría el Ibarra, dando por hecho que ellos también pasen la eliminatoria, y quedan bastante buenos equipos. La verdad que creo que por el lado de La Palma me parece que es Mensajero, sí, Tenisca también, sí. Hay varios equipos importantes.
What we know for now is if we go through to the semi-final, our next rival would be Ibarra, which is the one who coached Maradona Jr. The other one who has the natural grass.
So that should make for a very interesting game.
As well.
Yeah.
Jugamos el día 28 Liga contra ellos.
And then in the 28th we are playing. We're facing them in the league. So maybe we'd like 2 or 3 games in a row.
Playing the same team.
Yeah.
Whoa, that's always good. If you're playing them in the league before the cup as well, it's like practice, like training.
Yeah. And they are also like.
Ibarra 5th, yeah. So. Yeah, you're 2 points. Yeah, you're 2 points away from them. So that's
just they might change the date of the game.
Okay, yeah.
Well, the thing is,
if you play on Sunday, Tuesday's too soon, isn't it? That's
why.
Should be 3 days, shouldn't it?
But the thing is, we are facing them 3 more times. Whenever.
Well, exactly. Whenever. Yeah. We just come on, Ibarra. Let's go. One more time. Brilliant. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for coming to see us. The next game is coming up this Sunday. The 9th. Tamara Siete. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Mm-hmm.
Good. My Spanish is getting so much better. And it's 12 o'clock kickoff, as we know, at the Estadio Dominguez in Las Americas. It's opposite the Columbus Hotel There's parking everywhere. I've managed to get a parking space every week so far, so I think that's a pretty good sign. The ticket price is €8. A beer is €2. It's a tenner well spent. So get there about 11:30. Savor the atmosphere. There's some great music being played as well through the speakers. I thought it was Miki choosing the tunes. Apparently not. It's his mate sat next to him. They were playing some really great music. So we'll beg them not to play any reggaeton now while I'm here this week. But it's going to be a great atmosphere anyway. Always is. A pleasure, Miki. Thank you so much. We'll see you again very soon. And El Capitano Facu Valiente, thank you very much. Muchísimas gracias.
Gracias.
Right, I'm going to leave you with some tunage while I have a little chat with the boys. Thanks so much for joining us again. We'll say goodbye to YouTube in a second as well. If you missed this interview and you're just coming in, it's on YouTube and it's on our Listen Again as well at oasisfm.com. YouTube, where have you gone? Yeah, there you are. Chaps, goodbye. Adios. Ciao.